All right, so we just talked about doing the percent proportion. In this one, we're going to talk about using the percent equation, which is just a rearrangement of the proportion, okay? But we'll get to that in a second, okay? So we're going to say that I can use the percent equation, okay? So far we've used the percent of a number, like what is 50% of 12, okay, with this proportion. But we can rearrange it to look like this guy. Okay, so you still have the part, you still have the percent, you still have the whole. We're just kind of skipping the cross multiplication step. Okay, so this example says 25 is 25% of what number? Okay, so we still have our percent, which is 25. We still have is, which 25 is. And then we still have of. Of what? So we don't know. Okay. So we take our part, 25, and plug it into the part for our equation. Equals, then we take our percent, 25, over 100, times the whole, which is x. Okay. Then we're going to simplify this. I'm going to do the 25 divided by 100 real quick. Is 0.25. Times x. So now we're just going to solve the equation. So I need to divide by what's in front of x, 0.25. So we're going to do 25 divided by 0.25 is 100. Okay, so 25 is 25% of 100. 25 out of 100 is 25%. Okay. So same thing down here. What number is 24% of 50? So here's my percent of 50 is my whole. And then what is? So my part is, we don't know, so we're going to say x equals my percent, 24, over 100 times 50, the whole. We're going to do the 24 divided by 100 and make it a decimal. Is 0.24 times 50. So to get our part, we're just going to do 0.24 times 50. Is 12. So 12 out of 50 is 24%. See, it's a little cleaner, a few less steps than the other way. It's maybe a little trickier to set up, but that's okay. We're going to make it through. All right, next one. 30 is 30% of what number? So we have 30 is, 30%, and then of what number? So our part, which is 30, equals our percent, 30, over 100, times, we don't know, so we're going to put x. So we're going to do this, 30 divided by 100. Is 0.3 times x. So I'm going to solve for x divide by 0.3. We're going to do 30 divided by 0.3 is 100. That's really similar to the one we did earlier. Okay. All right. So finding the percent. 12 is what percent of 25? Well, we have 12 is. We don't know what percent, but it's out of 25. Okay. So our part is 12. Then we don't know what percent, so we're going to do x over 100 times 25. Okay. I'm going to show you something real quick. All right, I'm just going to rearrange this so the 25 is in front. Okay. So we can go ahead and do this 25 divided by 100, because 25 times x can make this as like over 1. Right? So 25 divided by 100 is 0.25 times x. And now we're going to divide by 0.25. It's 48. And we were looking for a percent, so we got to put a percent sign on it. So 12 is 48% of 25. Okay. So in a class of 30 children, 10 of them have green shoes. How many students have green shoes? So part is equal to percent divided by 100 times the whole. Okay. In a class of 30 children, that's the total number of children. So that's going to be the whole. And we want to know 10% of them. And we don't know the part. What's the small part of children that have green shoes? So instead of part, we're going to put x equals, our percent is 10 over 100 times, there's 30 total children in the classroom, so times 30. I'm going to do this 10 divided by 100 is 0.1 times 30 is 3. So 3 students have green shoes. Okay, last example, Sporting KC won 25% of their games. If they won 9 games, how many games did they play total? So we have a percent. The part is 9. 9 out of something was 25%. And we're looking for how many total. Okay, so the part is 9 equals our percent 25 over 100 times, we don't know how many games they played total. I'm going to do the 25 divided by 100 is 0.25 times x. So now we're going to solve for x. I need to get rid of this 0.25 by dividing. And 36. They played 36 games. All right, let's pick some from the practice. So flip over to the practice. All right, let's do this one from level 2. What is 125% of 95? So what is, we have 125% of 95. So our part is, we don't know, x equals our percent, 125, over 100, times our whole of 95. I'm going to do 125 divided by 100 equals 1.25%. Then we're going to multiply it by 95. Is 118.75. So you can have more than 100%, or you can have half of a percent. Having more than 100% just means that you had the original amount plus a little extra. All right, let's do this last one together. So level 3, the one all the way on the right. In a survey of 900 adults, 135 did not know how to ride a bike. What percent of adults surveyed did not know how to ride a bike? Okay, so our part is going to be the smaller portion, which is 135, equals what percent? We don't know what percent, so x over 100 times, it was a total of 900 adults, so times 900. Okay, so again, this is the thing. If I make 900 into a fraction by putting it over 1, then you can just multiply across. X times 900 is 900x divided by 100. So I just made 900 into a fraction by putting it over 1. So this is 900x over 100. I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. And I want you to write it down. Okay. And then we can do 900 divided by 100, which is 9. X. So that makes it a little easier to deal with. Okay. And then we're going to divide by 9. $15. So 15 adults don't know how to ride a bike. Okay, so 5.3 practice, this one. I want you to practice using the equation, okay? So write on the top with me. Part, which is the number that goes with is, equals the percent divided by 100 times the whole, which is the number that goes with the word of. Okay, so practice using it this way on all of these. Make sure you pay attention, round to the nearest hundredth when necessary. All right, you got this. I personally use the equation more. I think it's easier. It's what I go to faster. So practice using the equation. You got this. Good luck.